Okay,
Lol,
now
how
it
you...
does.
Haha. So much to that.
Okay, phone silence. Okay, we're live now.
Easy, here we go.
Let me check if we have sound as usual.
Of course, the beloved bug. Is it there? Is it not?
Okay, try to say something now. Oh, it works.
Uh, you already know. Look at that.
Okay, I can close this. Uh-huh. Okay, everyone, welcome back.
Hey yo.
Only me and you being here. Yes, for now at least. Uh,
Sure.
let me do a small message on Discord too. I don't think people will be mad. This one. Uh, hmm, I don't know what's wrong. Uh,
Meanwhile, I will just write to my destination.
oh yeah. I should stop my horse because I'm already at my destination.
Ha!
But it's keeping it keeps doing spinnings.
What level is it now?
I think 21.
Okay, getting better.
Okay, okay. Now I'm ready. Oh, it's
Awesome.
22 actually. 22. Nice, Horsey. And almost skilled 10. Almost.
It's
Okay,
happening step by step.
but I can farm here. I have to go the other. Oof. Yeah, I have to go to another farming spot. So today we are gathered here to talk about
No, I will
oh,
not say no, no, no. You will introduce this because we can talk about it, but you know, my heart and my soul on this topic. Oof.
we're gonna talk about the Netflix adaptation of White This. No, he kicked my horse. No, it's dead. My
Wow,
horse.
great introduction. What the heck?
Fucking mob. Oh my god, he died. Ah.
I guess this is exactly what we can say about Netflix's live action adaptation of Avatar 2. Yeah, it died. Yeah, yeah. I would sentence it like that too.
Yeah, a lot of bad stuff, but some small good stuff too.
Sure, you're right.
I mean,
Someone like me, you know, for me, this show is really something special, something close to my heart. At one point, I just gave up. I was just like, nope, nope. But I watched it to the end anyway, just to know what they did with it.
some effects are really good. Some rewriting of some action kinda makes a bit more logic in some situations.
Okay, okay.
But the
Let's talk
story
about it.
presentation, mm, I think
Exactly.
many characters weren't as good as in the anime, or not really
No, 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 no.
detailed.
You have to say it like Giguk did in one of his videos. Don't we dare call this a cartoon. It sounds like an anime. It's presented like one.
Okay, we call it a cartoon. For me, it's an anime.
Yeah, for me
It
too.
feels so
It's
like an anime. I don't know.
totally, yeah. I mean, I see this and I get the vibes, and I call this anime all the time myself. But yeah, if you want to be wholly honest, this actually really falls into this is a cartoon made by Nickelodeon originally.
I see. Okay, so it's a cartoon. We call it cartoon now.
All right. That's a
So,
new word.
yeah, what's a cartoon? I never heard about this thing. Let me prepare the key. This and this and this. So, as I said, some characters are a bit more serious, are not as childish they are in the cartoon, but I don't want to help them with this, but it's a kind of a improvement of graphics, characters, in the look. I mean, the characters, not in character design, because that's not an improvement.
Visually,
Yes,
yeah.
visually. And the years passed, and they want to promote this not exactly for kids anymore, for a bit more grown up, uh,
Yeah, yeah.
a bit grown up change, for example. Yeah, because
I know what you mean, yep. I mean, right in the very first episode, we see that this is not intended for kids.
yeah, and so in a way they want. I think they
Sure,
wanted to
sure.
make it that the first episode you watch this is not like, oh my god, this is for kids, and skip. Because if you watch Avatar, Aang from the first episode on the cartoon, he's so childish, he plays so much, he's so goofy. But
Exactly. He's
here the
still so
adaptation is
juvenile.
not. It's not that goofy. He has some jokery on his side. He makes some jokes, he likes to play too, but not as much as the cartoon.
Yup. But now is the question, is this change good or actually unnecessary?
Well, this is why I watched first the adaptation and then the cartoon. Even if I watched the whole cartoon and I was a kid, but I didn't remember about that. That's why when you told me, did you see Avatar? Oh, Avatar? What Avatar?
Huh.
Yeah. So, yeah, my memories of the cartoon were so deleted. Oh, yeah. I
Happens.
have to hide the chat because I forgot. Oopsie. No, so anything. Uh, I lost my line.
You have watched it when you were a kid yourself, but
Oh, yeah,
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 it
the
was not.
comparison. Yeah, yeah. So, first thing first, that kinda hit me was that
Mhm.
it wasn't that bad. I kinda enjoyed it as a storyline progression because I
The
didn't know the
live
cartoon.
action.
Okay, yeah, the live action.
Yeah, yeah, sure, I get it.
Animations were kinda cool.
Mhm.
Um, Character presentation, I can't say it was actually detailed, but more you continue watching, more you started to understand each character, what they want and what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. really, to be fair, the very first episode for me wasn't as bad either. Actually, in fact, like the very first 5 to 10 minutes were pretty decent to me. When this started in the capital of the Fire Nation and this dude was running, someone who was clearly chased by the soldiers because, yeah, apparently he has stolen something, some sort of information with good worth, and now he tries to get away from them. And it's in the middle of the night, and the bendings are already there with the fire, but also the earth together with the music in the background. Yeah, this got me. This got me, and I was like, wow, did they actually manage? Because this gives me vibes. If they continue like this and everything else fits, then wow, damn. But it didn't. So I don't know. Later on, each episode it was passing. I was more and more like, what have you done? But the very first episode, yeah, I had hope. I had my hopes up. I can admit that.
I think if anyone could erase their memory of the cartoon and watch the adaptation, everyone could say that is pretty decent, right?
Totally,
But
I am
after you
100.
watch the
Yeah,
cartoon,
I'm
oh
a hundred
boy.
percent with you. Exactly, this was also my thought. If the original wouldn't exist, you probably would like that. I probably would actually really like it. I would think that, yeah, that's some good world building, or that has something. This is a pretty interesting concept. But yeah,
Hi,
with the
Enzo.
cartoon and everything, with their presentation, how they gave you the characters and everything. Nope. Yeah, if you have it in your mind, if you are a fan of the cartoon, of the original, then it doesn't deliver, in my opinion.
Okay,
But for someone that is new, yeah.
let me answer the question that everybody wants to hear. Is it good? If you care more to the graphics and what you see, yes. If you care more for the story, no.
Fair enough. Yep, with that statement, I can sign to that.
Uh, let's start with jumping around a bit,
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
poking a
sure.
bit every stuff.
Of course.
Why in the adaptation he didn't do any water bending? Did
That,
he do any water bending in the adaptation? Or at least
well,
one bending of fire? At least one.
the fire totally scratched. With the water, oh my god, let me think. I think maybe in briefest of, but only very. I mean, yeah, at the very, very end, of course, when he fuses with the spirit of the ocean, then you see some grand water bending. But it's more due to the spirit that controls him or is with him than actually on. Well, I know where you're going with this. Yeah, in the cartoon, you have this clear path between Aang and Kantara when they are already having some sort of training with each other.
And because now you said Aang and Kitara, right?
Hmm.
Did they hint any kind of liking that Aang liked her in the adaptation? I think it was the opposite, like Kitara liked Aang in the adaptation instead of Aang being the pushy one and a bit
Yeah, I know,
disappointed.
right? I mean, in the live action, yeah, in episode one, when he kind of wakes up, you have a similar situation where he sees her for the first time, and maybe there's some,
Yep.
pink glasses happening, but all in all, nah, it's nothing compared what you see in the cartoon. But let's stay in the very first episode. I mean, this is where for me, I mean, later on also started to already fall apart in the way how they find him. Because as you might remember in the cartoon, there is a really, really dedicated scene, if you want to call it like that. How it all starts that they actually find on. It's when Katara and Sokka have an argument, and
Yes.
she gets really angry and she
Yes.
starts calling him out. And yeah, then you see in her rage, she is already actually a pretty powerful bender. But yeah, it needs this sort of emotion with her that it breaks off from her. And then in the background, this iceberg is starting to fall apart, and inside is Aang together with Appa. Not like in the live action where they get catched by this current and then it drifts them off and all of a sudden they are in front of it. I mean, the current also happens in the cartoon,
Yeah,
but
but I think the
it's
current is still hers doing, because I think in the adaptation they had some kind of argument too.
eh, not so much, really not. I mean, they get more catched by the current and then they sit there and then they are in front of it and they already see that something is happening inside of this big ice ball. But, in the cartoon, it makes way more sense because you don't see the ice ball. There is really a big ice wall, a big iceberg formed all around it, yeah, which makes sense, hundred of years, and with her bending, then it starts to fall apart and you see kind of like the core inside of it. But in the live action adaptation, they just, yeah, get swallowed up by the water, then they're in front of it, and the the boat still exists and she starts to bend so that the boat gets back to them. And because of, yeah, some a waterbender is now doing a little bit of something in front of the ice ball, it starts to glow up.
Ah, yeah.
This is so like, oh come on, guys.
That was a bit strange.
Yeah, it's underwhelming. It's really underwhelming. And also I mean, at least this is what I was thinking as a fan, You want to tell me that in 100 years, nobody else ever got catched by the waters like this and ended up in front of it because it is not hidden. As soon as, yeah, the current is driving you there, you are directly in front of the ice ball. There is nothing that was growing around it, so it is really hidden. It really needs a waterbender like Katara of that capacity in full rage who slices it up so you see so the core of it starts to come out of an iceberg.
Yeah, but the this is why I like the how he fell out, like how he escaped the, because in the cartoon it's a
Mm-hmm.
piece of ice, right? And he did he do that? Wait,
Hmm.
I don't remember the how he, do you have an introduction on how he gets underwater on the storm? Because in the adaptation you see him uh, he gets into the sage thingy and he does a spinning air bubble around him.
Yeah, you see that in the cartoon too.
Okay, so
It's just that all of it comes later on. in the live action, this is presented to you at the very beginning. Yeah, like you know from the very beginning how he ended up in that thing. While in the
Ah,
cartoon,
yeah.
it builds up, in my opinion, way more organic. Over time with each episode, you get piece by piece the whole story, the whole background of how it happened that he ended up in a big ice ball with Appa under the water and then encapsulated up there.
Yeah, it builds a bit of how can I call it? Uh, Anticipation.
True, true.
So you are a bit more drawn to see why and what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I call this good story building that, nothing is just smacked into your face with the cartoon. It's way more natural. Over time with each episode, you are starting to get the pieces together, or there is then after a while one dedicated episode that just tells you.
Yeah, but that's something personal. I don't like when a story breaks and one episode is fully dedicated to a reminder, like a flashback.
Okay, okay.
Because sometimes, and in the most occasions, this happens when something important breaks out. For example,
Could be.
let's go a few weeks ago to One Piece.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
In One Piece, during the fight, there are so many flashbacks during the fight,
Yes, that's true.
and that's what I hate the most.
Ah, okay. I know what you mean. Sure,
If
this is up to some personal preferences.
yeah, it's more personal, I think, but how can I say? I don't think starting with explaining how he got there was that bad of a choice for them.
Mm, it's hard to tell. It's just that, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I just like it more with the cartoon that you as an audience, you don't have so much of a clue with this kid yourself. When Katara and Sokka meet him, then yeah, what you see is this juvenile, childish spirit still that thinks more about playing with animals than, yeah, being an avatar of any sort. So this is the first introduction to you for his character, and you just realize, damn, that's only a kid. And later on, you see all the burdens that have been already there
Yeah,
and what
like
made him kind of escape it. But not like with the live action, where right away in the very first episode, he's just staring at the camera and telling you, what am I? How am I? I'm childish. I like to play with my friends. And I can't do this with the avatar thing. I don't know. For me, this is bad writing. Just bad writing. Don't just take your protagonist and let him talk like that to the camera. Let the audience discover it for themselves, what sort of personality he is and how much of a burden it was for him at that young age when he discovered he is the avatar.
yeah, I think they did that mostly to um, mm, to put that childish factor into the
Mm-hmm.
character. But yeah, it's a bit cheap, in my opinion, to just
Yeah,
put
yeah, it is.
too much. I mean, you can do that once or twice when stuff gets really complicated, but not too often.
It's a sour taste for me when this happens right away because then my mind goes immediately like, really, this is the sort of writing that you do instead of letting the people discover what sort of person they have in front of them. You just take the camera and the person straight makes a characterization for themselves into the camera. Oh, come on, eh? What is this now? Reality TV?
Yeah, that's a point.
And of course, for me, the biggest no go factor is, yeah, that they were afraid to implement something that wasn't the original. And now it's apparently too corporate to have this included,
It's what?
which I'm talking about is soccer sexism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know that now it's really complicated to even try to talk about this because everyone is
Yeah, I
re-
know. Now we need to be woke and everything and yada yada, but I don't know. I mean, for me, I hope Avatar, the live action adaptation, becomes an example of how stupid it is to scratch it out when in this particular story it makes actually total sense why a character would be like that.
yep.
I mean, they live in a tribe, and this is a very traditional atmosphere with very traditional circumstances the two siblings are living in. So, of course, the girl is more there for household and chores and such, while men go hunting and become warriors. In this sort of setup, it makes total sense. And then, of course, you have a character like Sokka who has troubles admitting that a girl could be so much more. But it is part of his character development. If you take out this, then for what? You know, in the cartoon, it's really awesome to see how Sokka goes away from these stereotypes. You know, you have it already there a few episodes later. You know, this is the whole sense for Kyoshi Island,
Yeah, yeah,
that
exactly that.
Sokka meets a warrior girl, and this is putting his world upside down because, yeah, he was growing up in such a traditional environment back at his water tribe. Suki is a banger for him.
Mhm. Yeah, and how can I say how much of a playboy he was with so many girls and
Exactly, exactly. He has a bit this macho attitude. Look at me, I know it better, and this and that. But it's not like you start to dislike him. I mean, I did never. It's just like, yeah, it makes sense why he is how he is. But it is awesome to see how he overcomes all of this cliche and how he realizes that, yeah, no, dude, actually, you are wrong, and
eh,
the world is proving this to you. You have a water bending sister. He felt his. I mean, he falls in love quite often, but later on, yeah, his biggest love remains Suki, and yeah, she is a badass warrior girl.
wait, so they meet again?
Yeah, spoiler. She
Oh,
comes back.
I wanted to continue watching all the all the things again because I really don't remember the other books, the Earth, Fire, and
Of course, now that you have started, don't let it end on water. Go on with earth and fire.
yeah, I'm gonna finish. I want to finish my childhood cartoon.
Sure, sure. Dude, I just do the same. I mean, after the live action adaptation, I was like, now I know why Netflix also has the original licensed at the same time. Because, yeah, I just need this. I need to see how it's done right.
Yeah, I mean, I was really kind of mad when I found out that he actually practiced water bending kind of a lot, and he does a lot of water bending in the cartoon.
Yep,
But yeah,
right. For me, rewatching the cartoon once again, I don't know. I am at a point where I think maybe this show is just too much. Maybe it is not really possible to have a good adaptation. I also mean it from a point of view with the bending, because in the cartoon, they bend all the time. It is so included in their daily life activities. Just for some small chores, there's always some bending with air, with water. And yeah, in the adaptation, it's just more or less done for combat, for actioning.
yeah, but I think it's expensive to make
Of course, yeah, that's the main
so
point. It is
much.
just so expensive, but it takes away the charm of everything, because with the cartoon you just realize how much this is included in this world. Everything is done over bending.
Yeah.
The city of Marsha, for example, I mean, how they operate the walls of the city, they just go up and down with earth bending. And I guess this would be really way too expensive to do in a live action adaptation, which is sadly on the other side a point for me why this episode falls so flat for me. Because Omashu is actually a chain of water bending after
Oh,
another.
about Omajo. There is
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I like that they brought from the cartoon, one to one.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh no, my cabbages!
I know, I know.
But that was I was like, oh, okay, this is definitely 100% from the cartoon when I saw the last scene before they left Omajo. I knew it. It was
It
from.
is. And maybe you even remember this episode where Katara and Sokka, they go into this cave under Omashu.
Oh yes, on
Yeah, and they have these mm,
stones.
silly people with them that are having a tune all the time running.
Wait, what?
Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. The point is that because you said cabbages, the runners of the show are very much aware of what the community loves. This meme with the cabbages is something very beloved. And same goes for these silly people that look like 1960
Ah, those
hobos.
five guys that were
It,
singing.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly. Those are little details from the show that, yeah, are very beloved in the community. They
but
know it and they just smacked it together.
I
And
didn't
I can only
see.
say smack.
But wait. I didn't see any people singing. Like when they went to Omaju, they just go and talk to the king. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
That's
in
all?
the live action, Aang is with Boomy alone there, which is just stupid. Because in the cartoon, they're all three together there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
in the live action, he got brought by the police because he
yeah,
got
yeah,
involved with the thingy with Zuho.
exactly. No, they.
This is
Mm,
why,
this is when the show becomes bizarre. When because they mix up too many things, they don't take just one episode and try to adapt it to live action. They just piece several episodes together and make something new. And
this
they even take stuff from an episode, exactly with this the cave, for example, where there is this famous line that love is the brightest in the dark. This is something from book 2. This is from season 2. This is not in the book of water. They just included it there already for some reasons.
ah maybe because they know that they don't have the budget for the second one.
Maybe. Or they just knew that they will fall flat and there will no green light be for season 2. No idea, but this is where Avatar a live action becomes a piece of pizza. A bit from this, a bit from there, and now we punch it together to something new.
But for example, I liked a bit more the how he got into Omaju in contact with the king in the adaptation.
Really.
Well, it's not so straightforward. He just went to the king with all three of them and like, yeah, we want to talk with you. But I didn't like that he kind of spoiled that he was his childhood friend, uh, kind
Exactly.
of from the
Yes.
beginning. That's one thing that
Ex-
I didn't like.
yep.
But all the
Yep.
factor that he had to get involved with the police, got brought into the prison, and he kind of risked everything there and kind of meet his demise or something like that. It turned up into meeting his friend. But if they made exactly like in the half of the anime of the adaptation, like with the challenges, and tell him that he's Boomy, yeah, uh,
Mm-hmm.
after the fight and everything, would have made it way better.
Of course, because it is just way more endearing that in the end he realizes that his old friend is still around, even though 100 years have passed. But for my personal taste, this is too mixed up. The fight with Suku there, and then he is brought up into the castle like this. I don't know. It's just bizarre for me. But I get it. They couldn't do it in the way that we have it in the cartoon. That all three of them go into the post delivery system with earth bending and they crash stuff down. To do that, it would have been a hella expensive episode with
Yeah,
so much CGI needed. But in the cartoon, of course,
they
they
did
could
a
do
bit.
it. They draw everything, but it is a hella fun of an episode in the cartoon. And they still end up in front of the king because they produce a clusterfuck
Oh yeah,
with
and
interrupting the post system.
how is called that guy Joe
Mm-hmm.
uh, that in the adaptation wanted to uh, destroy the king. He wanted to kill the Boomy, right?
Not so sure about that.
Like he made the gooey bomb, and he was really close in front of Boomy with the thingy, and the guy
Oh,
that
yeah, I think I kind of erased that from my memory.
yeah, because in the cartoon it's he wants So Joe, or I don't know how he's. I don't really remember his name, but the guy that uh, uh, Keitara falls in love kind of with him, and she is a bit blinded by his bad
Oh,
side. That guy
yeah, I know what you mean.
in the cartoon, he wants to
That.
raise a settlement of Fire Nation
Yeah, I
people.
know. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, the freedom fighter
Yeah,
clan, and he's the leader.
and in the adaptation, he wanted
Jet.
to raise Boomy. Why Boomy?
I know, this is what I'm saying. This becomes such a mix of different episodes. You are like, why the heck is Jet now here? This is
Oh, Jet.
something. This is another episode. He should be not there. There's something. Yeah, no. This was for me like, what? You just, I don't know. You know, they had a hat when they made this episode. Probably they just threw into a hat some sort of lines, and then they mixed it, and then they told the people, now here, grab your with your hand inside the hat and take out a piece of paper, and you know, with the 10 things that we get out there, we make an episode.
That's why I'm saying if you watch it the first time without knowing about the cartoon, it actually is good because you don't know all this strange stuff that should happen later or sooner.
But really, honestly, if you don't know the original on exactly this homage thingy, does it make sense for you? Really? That they end up in the cave down there and Aang is splitted away from them. All of a sudden there's this next character called Jet, and he immediately gets involved with Katara, and there is this almost assassination plot there. Even though Boomy doesn't seem like some evil king, why would you need to get rid of him at this point?
Well, I kind of was distracted when Jet was presented, and I
Okay.
don't remember how I got there. It's just at one point, who's this guy? That was my reaction. I
Yeah.
didn't
And the best
know.
thing and the best thing is it's just Jet, you know, because yeah, in the community many fans love him, but it's always him and his, let's call them, freedom fighters. You know, not like in the show where it's just a singular person who appears all the time out of nowhere.
They didn't have the personal, probably. But I think there was few members, but really scattered around, not like just to shoot the arrow. I think was the or it was still him.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't feel like this unit of youngsters who formed this community because they're all orphans more or less, and now this is their sort of vendetta path against the Fire Nation. In the life, it doesn't feel like that. At least it wasn't for me. I got so frustrated with this. This is where I started to stroll around in my room doing some other things while only glancing towards the screen from time to time, because I was like, no, I can't watch this is so cringe for me at this point. You just threw together some things where you know this is what people like, this is what people wanna see for sure, because it's part of some heartfelt memory. But yeah, you just made pasta out of it.
Did I get a duo?
I don't know.
No. Oh my god, that was so close to a duo. I thought, whoa, finally a duo from a box. What's this?
It can happen, but it is rare.
They mixed a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
So I got really confused when I watched the cartoon because it was like, okay, now it has to appear the guy. And like the anime was like, what guy?
What are you talking about? At this point, hello?
Few episodes later, did you mean this guy?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you want, we can also talk about, characterization, how they are in, let's just say anime, okay? I don't like this word. I'm so done with it.
Yeah, it's too long. Anime is short.
Yeah. Towards the live action. So now that you have seen both, are there some characters you like more this way, like in live action, or like the other in the anime? Or
Hmm.
you agree with both variations? Let's make it simple. Let's start with Aang.
Ing. Well, so now it's more about personal preference, I guess, right? Because
Sure, sure.
it's just the if you like the character and not if the character was, okay? So I think I liked a bit more the adaptation, but not because how can I say the anime was bad, but it was too childish.
Okay, okay.
I in a way, when you watch something, you want to relate to that character.
Sure.
So if I had maybe 5 years less than now, I would have chosen the the Aang from the anime. He's really nice,
Okay.
he's really cute, he's really playful, but oh my god, sometimes it's too playful. Like for example, when he went back to the uh, air settlement, I don't remember how it's called, his city,
Mm-hmm.
and he played with Sota, Soka,
Soka.
yes, that football game in the anime.
Yes, I know.
He was. This is why I mean he's so childish that he did not realize that Soka needed the air painting to play that. But I
True in a
understand,
way.
but I understand that he's a child and he was so happy to see his town back and
The
everything,
temple.
yes, everything back after so much time. Well, I don't know if he felt all that time frozen, but he knows that 100 years passed away, and for a child, even 10 days is a lot. That it's mostly what he kind of felt
Mm-hmm.
because he got frozen on the day of the disaster, then he got unfrozen, and a few days later he went to the temple. So in a way, he feels this uh, the temple missing. On the other side, on the adaptation, the only time he felt he let out the inner child. I think when he started raging, uh, when he found his master dead, because he already saw the Fire Nation traces in the
Exactly.
anime. Um, Kitara tries to hide it from him to protect him.
True.
So
They both try.
more, uh, how can I say? It's making the character feel more like a child. Like they know, like Kitara and Soka.
Mm-hmm.
knows that he's a child and they want to protect it like a child, okay? And in the adaptation is more like he saw what happened, he knows why and how it happened. And then when he meets the person that he meant something for him, he he starts to let it go. It's more mature, it's more, yeah, mature, I think it's
Mature.
more mature, more adultish from him.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So this is why I like a bit more the adaptation one, because it takes a bit away from all that childish uh, actions from him.
Right. For me, I have too much the anime in mind, especially later on, book 2 and book 3. And I just know that it is a big part of Aang's character development to go from this very juvenile personality to someone who fully understands the burden of being an avatar. So when I see Aang already on this level on serious, I just ask myself, guys, where are you going from here? If he is already like this, what sort of character development do you want to have for the Yang in the live action? Because here he is already full of regret and I came too late, I let everybody down, and not a single episode is happening where he's not spitting that into the camera. Oh, yeah, I should have been. I'm not doing this. I let everybody down because of me. And this is not there in at least book 1 of the anime. This is still, yeah, a really young person who needs to grasp the concept of war and the grasp of the intent of all of his responsibilities. But this comes later on with book 2, with book 3 in particular. This is his character development. So if you present him like this right away, yes, then what the heck? What does he then still need to learn or grow into if this is already an Aang in book 1 in water? So that's why, yeah, for me this falls again flat.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. Now you reminded me
No
um,
problem.
that in the anime, the whole character progression is slow and detailed.
It happens over time, like with real people.
Exactly. And it gives you an impression of the evolution of the character in time. Like
Yup,
this
totally.
character learned this and that.
Yup, right.
Like with Sokka,
Mm-hmm.
that in the anime he was sexist, as you said, because yeah, happened from episode one actually,
Mm-hmm.
and so on. He started to diminish this action until
Yup.
I don't know until when, but
But
from the
to the point
point,
where he sees both genders on equal level to each other.
yes, but I don't think I got to that point. And
No, no,
it's
no,
not
not
book
yet.
one, but
Nope.
so yeah, it feels slow and progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the adaptation is still and sturdy.
Exactly. And the characters already are in some sort of state where you are like, and what sort of growth will you have now over the next couple of episodes as a person? Because this is what storytelling is about, you know, people realize things, people become better versions of themselves. But when certain people don't even have these flaws, like with soccer, then aha, okay, so and what will you learn over the course of the journey?
Yeah, but this is when you look at it from knowing both sides, because you now you kind of compare the anime with the adaptation.
I
So
have to.
yes. I'm not saying you don't have to, but if you don't know that the character is supposed to be more childish and more vulnerable, a better word to represent,
You sure, yeah?
you kind of don't notice. Yes,
Maybe,
okay, the all
maybe.
whining that he couldn't help and he was late and all that stuff. Let's get over that. That's the worst side.
I'm trying. I mean, it's good that you phrase it like that with we need to get over it. Really, I'm trying. But to be fair,
No,
I'm to a certain point, I really get annoyed even by this
no,
Aang in the live action because
wait,
really,
wait. What
not,
I mean,
not, not, let me please finish this because yeah, in each and every episode we come to the point that he goes like, ah, I was too late. I did miss my avatar responsibilities. Yada yada wine wine. I'm just like, boy, okay. Well, we got it, you know? Because even though Aang is more childish in the anime, he is not whiny. He realizes his mistake. He realizes that, oh, damn, this happened to the world because of me. But it's not like he starts to cry it on you on each and every episode when he gets the chance to with the camera. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's true. But what I wanted to say is we
Sure,
can
go ahead.
skip talking
Sorry.
about that side, not ignore it. Just let's skip it because we all know that's the worst thing that
True, true.
happened. You know what I wish BDO will do with this storage?
Oh, tell me.
Unite everything together.
Ah, not even having the tabs for different cities.
Please unite all of this shit together. I don't want to stay
One
to search.
big. Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to search 1000 items. Where to put them, where to arrange, because a new player doesn't know all the items. Okay, I can throw everything in each one and go Velia, auto move to storage. Olivia, auto move to storage and go one by one like this until I get my inventory empty. Yes, at some point it will get empty, right?
Mm-hmm, of course.
But then you still have to search every single storage. Where to put them? Why are there? What's there? Should I put this or that? No, I need to find the other thingies and so on.
Yeah, one gigantic storage, that would be it.
I just realized I have some Vala gear left from my character that I can put on my shy.
Nice.
I didn't say shy, sorry. I hope you didn't hear. Oh, what's this? Ah, yeah, but all in all, I still think the anime is better.
Nice. I
If
mean,
it
for me, no question.
if it wasn't for all the good graphics, all the effects, animation, and real character that you can finally imagine how they look.
Indeed.
I couldn't, I wouldn't have given the adaptation that high of a score because if I
Sure.
have to give 10 points and uh, allocate those 10 points to both of them, I think it would be 4 to 6.
Okay, okay.
Let's do, nah, 4 to 6. It's good enough. No, 4 to 6. I'm decided. 4 to 6. 4 the adaptation, 6 the anime.
Sure. I mean, I would just probably more go like 3 to 6
Yes, but
because, yeah,
I
as to
enjoyed
say,
the effects. I
I
enjoyed
know,
the.
I know. Yeah, for you, you're not that much in the meta of the anime. That's why. I mean, for me, I know certain things just like, and I still nice it when I would do the 3 to 6 because, yeah, as you say, they can have a point for the bending because, yeah, bending, of course, a live action that gives one more adrenaline push on it. How realistic it looks and such. Also, certain settings. And sometimes, yeah, when they don't completely mess up with episodes, that it is nice to watch certain episodes or the episode parts. Like I said, the very first one, very beginning, when they were chasing, when they were chased, and you saw this one dude already bending Earth. Yeah, this was a bit of a chill moment for me. Yup, nice, can admit that. But 3 points is no, can't can't give more.
Yeah, when I watch an adaptation, I want to see good visuals because it's an adaptation. It's made mostly for that. We
Of
all
course.
know. But at least don't twist the story too much and the characters.
Yeah, or take too much away from the characters because you think you need to create some woke bubble there since we cannot talk about certain things anymore. Like, what the heck, guys?
Yeah, that's bullshit for me.
Yeah. As if sexism doesn't exist in reality anymore. Excuse me. Up to this point, it is very much a thing still, even in our days. So, why the heck can't there be a narrative about it anymore?
Yeah,
Especially when you put it in a timeline with people that live in a way more traditional sense, like in a tribe and such. Of course, then these gender roles are also way more traditional. It just makes sense why Sokka would be the way he is. And as soon as they see a certain, I don't know how to call it, feminine type, like when they get the opportunity to make one thing, strong, independent character thingy, they take it. AK what they did with Kyoshi. I
mm.
don't know if you remember this, but there's this moment in the live action when Aang is there in the spirit world with Kyoshi and
Oh
they
yeah,
have a talk about how to be an avatar. I hate this dialogue. I just hate it. Because that's another thing. Yeah, for you, you you were not on that episode, but spoiler alert: Kyoshi is a badass character. Yep, no way around it. But the thing with her in a background story is that when she was alive, Kyoshi Island wasn't Kyoshi. island always. Actually, it was not an island at all. It was part of the continent, part of the mainland. But in her timeline, there was a general who, yeah, let's call it, conquered some parts of the area. And when he came across this particular part of the mainland, Kiyoshi was in his way, and she wanted to prevent that. Yeah, the people would be under his supremacy. So she
Mm.
made a really radical move. She did not break war with this dude. Instead, she went into Avatar state and broke this part of the mainland off and
Mm.
made it an island. Yep,
Mm.
she divided the land. And since then, Kyoshi Island became an island because she broke it off. This is her power scale. She was that much of a powerful avatar that
Badass.
in her avatar state, this was not just, bending all four elements. No, she split away a whole part of a continent and made it a freaking island. And now there she is now in the live action that talks about what it means to be an avatar. You need to be a merciless warrior. What? Merciless warrior? Girl, you yourself didn't break war with a certain dude in your own timeline. You prevented that by breaking off a whole part of a continent, and you now talk to him like you need to be a merciless warrior. Huh?
That
I
what
think
it
I am in
was.
an alternate universe. What is this? What is this?
Yeah, at least the fight was nice when she showed off.
Yeah, but she gets so misused
Yeah.
in this freaking woke bubble. Like, oh, here we have a badass female. Let's make her this corporate, strong, independent female character type that is so freaking puke in so many movies that come out nowadays,
Oh,
And give her one of the most cheesy, cringe dialogues with the avatar. That makes no sense if you know her background story.
yeah. Now if, but only if they gonna make the the second book. I mean, this was supposed to be the first one. I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. This is their version of book one, Water, because it also climaxes at the pole with the spirits. So maybe they get green light for a next one, but I doubt it. I really do.
Yeah, same. But yeah, I wonder how they gonna make the rest because you said some stuff it's from the second
Yeah,
book.
yeah, a
Then
few things. I mean, not really much at all. They just, yeah, you could even call, yeah, a few details of certain characters so that they appear already. I don't like Azula, for example, in live action at all.
Azura is Juho
Sister,
sister, right?
sister,
Okay.
sister Zuko, yeah.
In the live action,
Mm, I don't know. For me, this is a miscast. I don't know.
I don't
For
know the
good,
anime to be
sorry
honest.
for the actress, but for me, this is a miscast. I don't know. Azula in the cartoon comes across way more arrogant and also in her whole presentation, really. Not like this round face girl. Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't remember her from the anime. Not for a lot,
Yeah,
at least.
not a lot exactly, because she gets introduced at the very end of book one, where when everything has happened, the last 20 seconds or something, you have Fire Lord Ozai sitting there, and he tells her that her brother is basically a failure, and now he sends her out to get the mission done with capturing Avatar and so on.
Mm.
That's all. That's kind of the teaser right after that you get when book one is done. So that you know, okay, so in the next book, in the next season, you will have her introduced as well.
Oh, I see. So it's just a teaser for her at that point.
Exactly. While in live action, they already had to include her right away.
Yeah, they introduced her really fast there. I think it was second episode, maybe.
Way too fast. Which I also don't get, you know? I mean, why? Yeah, why having everything so messily together right away? How about, you know, a bit of suspense?
Mm. That's a good question, though. Why? But sometimes there are no answers for this kind of stuff.
Perhaps they really just knew that they would only get this one season and that's about it.
They just try to put everything in one season and get at least the budget back
Yeah, and then
and hope
bye.
for the best.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I will watch the second book if it comes out, even if this one wasn't as engaging as the anime.
True. I mean, just for the sake of conclusion and knowing, or just so that I have the ability to talk with others about why this is also bad, no problem. But I not with any sort of anticipation from my side. Not like right now where I was still having hopes that this could be good, that this is a success maybe again right after, you know, One Piece.
Oh, yeah. How many do you think we can have in 1 year? Come on.
I have no idea, but maybe I was a bit too naive in that regard. But after One Piece, I really had my hopes up. Like, I mean, they showed it is happening. It's possible to have it in a good way. So who knows? Maybe they made it right away again.
Um, how was the name of this lady at the ice? Not at ice, the water. Last episode that kind of sacrificed herself. I forgot.
Princess Princess Yue.
Yue, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why was she actually when they went to the spirit world?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the episode?
Of course.
In the live action, all
Mm.
three of them went there at the same time. In the anime, I think Soka
Yeah, this
was
is a
trapped.
deal. this is a whole deal breaker for me because it makes no sense why any of the other characters would have the ability to also go into the spirit world.
Yeah,
Why
like
this should be a thing.
that was a kind of question mark for me. Why? What happened?
I don't know. In the live action, they decided to go for it because already in the previous episode, Katara and Sokka ended up there. But yet, this is among the reasons why the show isn't good for me because they do even deal breakers, and this is one of them, in my eyes.
I mean, yeah, it is.
They are especially the siblings, because they are really just regular people. Why in the world should they have any sort of ability to to go there with Aang? Aang is the only one that makes sense. He is the bridge between those two worlds as the Avatar. He can do that, but why the others? Not even by accident, no, because they are regular mortals. This is off limits to them, like really off limits.
Yeah, in the anime it happened by accident.
And Yue also doesn't make any sense, even though yeah, they kind of want to explain it with yeah, because she was touched by the spirit, now she has part of these abilities. No, the only thing that happened with her is yeah, she was actually some sort of baby that was on the brink of death, and life got
Yeah,
granted to her.
but you know, she was a fox there, and that's a
I
plus for
know, of
me.
course, yeah, yeah, for you, oh, whatever reasoning, oh, it's a fox. I can live with that. Screw reasoning, you know? It's a fox. That's all that matters. And
Yeah,
yeah, because also, why the heck is it a fox? Because this is the spirit of the moon?
yeah, I didn't understand at all when I saw.
Yeah, please tell me, why is it a fox? Several tailed fox? I mean, it looks pretty and all, but you know, you have budget to for a CGI fox. This is included, but other things where it would be way more necessary or good in a way, there you scratch it. But yeah, totally, we got the money to make a CGI fox girl. Ha ha ha!
That's a plus for me.
Of course it is.
I was like, ooh, who's she? Disappeared. And then at the ending, oh, it's her. Oh, the fox was
Yeah,
better.
and then she sacrifices herself, and you are like, for what was this whole fox business now needed? What
Yeah.
is what did this do to the story? Hello?
Yeah, it's a lot of mystery in this. Why
Plot
and
holes. This is
yeah,
called plot holes.
why do
Yeah,
we have to
and
change?
Yue, of course, is the same thing with, oh, in the original, we have something old school like arranged marriage as a topic, and how this is a burden for a young woman. This is, ancient. We cannot talk about that. We cannot include this to a modern adaptation.
Yeah,
What the heck is arranged marriage?
but you know that now everybody craves about fan service, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
And yeah, maybe that fox was a bit of a fan service. See how majestic she is, and she's so beautiful as a spirit and stuff like that.
Yup, but she is touched by a spirit of the moon. So why this fox business? Nah, for me, you were in the cartoon. This is really substance. This really is a good plot line. A young woman who has a great duty to her tribe, to her people, and yeah, then she faces something like an arranged marriage, which, of course, in personal regards, is a heavy burden and such. Especially if there is then another person right in front of you, Soka, that she meets and apparently has some feelings with right away on first glance, you know? And all of this is just scratched. All of this really deeper substance that shows her character, her personality, and how she puts her personal life just to the side in order to fulfill the duty standards
Mm-hmm.
in this kingdom of hers, if you can call it like that.
Yeah.
Right there in the live action, she is just another independent girl woman who pretty much does whatever she wants. Of course, she loves her people and so on, but yeah, there is nothing that restricts her.
I think in the live action, actually, I can't talk about this too much because yeah, I last few episodes I'm a bit behind with information, but in the live action she was on her own feet, let's say like this.
Yeah, exactly. Because she's also, in a way, established as the heir. Like, she
Exactly.
comes right after her father and so on. Yeah, it takes so many things away. Because, especially in when they arrive there, one of the biggest plot lines is with Katara and the teacher, that she is not allowed there to have a master because waterbending in a matter of a combat style is not teach to girls.
Yeah.
And in the cartoon, it's amazing to see how she stands up to that and how she is just calling everybody out what a stupid rule that is. And she proves herself to this old geezer in a way, you know? I mean, honestly, why is this not something positive that a girl of that young age is able to change someone's mind, someone that old, a male who realizes after seeing her great performance that actually we should totally allow girls to also fight because look at her, look at the potential and the skills that she brings along. Why is this not positive? Why we need to scratch this?
Wait, in the adaptation, I think Keitara did something, but yeah, she forced
Yeah, to
herself
us.
into the fight, and after the fight, he said,
Exactly,
"That's what."
exactly. In the cartoon or the anime, this is way more powerful because this is really like right. This is not just like induced from the sidelines. Actually, we are not taking girls. There it is. No, we are not taking girls. And he's pretty arrogant. Yep, this teacher there in in the anime, he is pretty arrogant on a high horse, you know? We have these traditions and this is our custom and we follow that. And he looks down on her like totally. And she over time just, I mean, especially in one particular scene when she really tells him, if you are man enough, come out and fight me. She just proves herself to him, redeems him, and not only herself, her whole gender. And something like that you completely scratch because this now is not a positive message anymore. Are you kidding me?
For me, it's a bit stupid. This is not a positive message because it's a movie. It's should not be real anymore. Why do we combine realism with fiction?
Yeah, or why do we behave like, sexism isn't out there in the world anymore? Like, we have a total woke agenda, everything established in the world. Oh, please, as if there is enough still out there, enough girls still face it. So it makes no sense why narrative characters in the fantasy world are totally, untouched by that. And in the real world, you have it almost on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think they don't want to relate with that stuff because people they hate really quickly with words and they say bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even more people want to see
Some sort of
some sort of,
utopia on the screen.
yeah, that is not actually real, that affects nobody.
Yeah, but this is so boring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but let it be in a movie. It doesn't affect nobody. It's there. It gives more substance to the movie. It's more deep. If you censor everything because some people will get a bit offended, that that's a bit
Exactly. The
getting
substance
flat.
is gone. I mean, exactly. I mean, sure, everybody lives in some sort of woke utopia on the screen, but honestly, if they have it like this, then what sort of stuff do you need to overcome? And what sort of stories do we have then to tell on the screen? If they already are so great with everything and these sort of problems are non existent there, yeah, what the heck do you wanna tell them? They have the conclusion, they have the fantasy, the utopia is established, so happy. But then there's nothing to tell. Everybody's perfect. Brilliant. Ha ha ha. Right from the get go.
And not only that, I mean, that's an age of, I don't know how to call the age in which is situated the anime, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of primitive, I could say,
Sure.
and it's impossible that doesn't exist any of that.
Yeah, really.
But okay, it's a decision that they took, and they just wanted to prevent the hate of random people.
Might be, but I really hope that there will be enough people. I mean, it's already happening, but that there will be enough people who call them out on this BS, being like, yeah, guys, congratulations, but now, as you said, this has no substance anymore. Characters are flat as F.
I think they have this thinking better less than bad, you
Yeah,
know.
but on the bottom line, it's still a failure and not a success. Doesn't get a second season and is not bringing them the profit that they might hope for. And I hope this is happening so that they see, yeah, guys, it doesn't fit if you make characters this sort of fantasy narrative.
Yeah, but it doesn't work if it doesn't work like this. I mean, if they fail, it's not like other companies. Oh my God, this company failed. They never
No,
learn.
yeah, that is true, but it can bring some change to certain projects. For example, as we see now, One Piece is a hell of a success at the moment. And if they, are also for sure in some conference room talking about where do we go with the story. And one of the executives from Netflix scouts, oh, we cannot do this, yada yada. Then they can be like, do you want to have another Avatar happening? Do you? And then with that, you know, they can maybe have the opportunity to shut them up.
Mm.
Because so many right now, they are saying, yeah, look at this. We have now perfect two examples. Here's Netflix with more Netflix corporation business stuff happening in the background, and it turned out to be this and was received like that by the community, while One Piece was with lesser corporate stuff and with more, we are the, you know, the developers of the show and we want to have it like that. And we're now here, we proved it's working. Why your way failed.
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of lose hope in all these companies because you see it's the same mistake over and over and over. It's like either they are doing it on purpose or they don't learn.
I think it probably is a mixture of both.
I mean, it's definitely a mixture of both because they don't want to have a perfection thing to have everybody say, "Oh, it's so good," because if everybody says the same thing, it gets diluted by the algorithm. If it's both hated and loved at the same time, even more people will come. At least this is how I see it going. I mean, they want
Mm,
to make as many people as possible watch it. You need haters
true,
and
but when
lovers.
yeah, but you also want profit and you also want that a good amount of people are talking about it in a good way so there is a hype and then with that they give green light to the next season. This is what was happening with One Piece. They made it clear. And you know, success or positive reviews is one thing, but season 2 is only happening when enough people are also generating a hype. And this has happened on YouTube. And now, yeah, here's where we are. Meanwhile, now it's questionable if Avatar even gets something next. And another big failure. I mean, they also made an adaptation about Cowboy Bebop,
Oh my
and
god.
this shit was so bombing that yeah, there was no green light for anything afterwards. You know, this was just whoop into the corner. We don't speak about that.
Why there is not an adaptation for Naruto? Or
Oh
is
my
it?
god. Oh, I mean, this would be something if they start with that too.
I mean, I'm gonna watch that only for Hinata. I'm just saying that right now. I just see Hinata if she's perfection to the point, I'm gonna continue. If not, hmm. Oh my god, I don't remember her name.
Her name?
Uh,
Speak.
Naruto's mother?
Mother. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I have not the name of Naruto's mother in my mind.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's something with M. I don't remember.
Yeah, but this would be funny if they I mean, if there would be an announcement on a Naruto live action now
Imagine
too.
how many memes with Rasengan will be.
Oh my god, because you say meme. No, to be fair, to go back to Avatar, I really, really, really hope that they will make a meme out of a certain scene. Right at the end of the live action, Aang is in this fused state with the ocean spirit.
Yes.
Out on the sea, fighting off the big battleships of the Fire Nation. And then behind him, Avatar. Katara is talking to him. He is in the Avatar state as well. But this is so hilarious because, you know, in the live action, how they
Ahoy,
made.
ahoy. Yeah.
No, not that, but uh, first of all, this he looks not so much fused with a spirit. He really it gave me such vibes of Godzilla, you know? Really, it just looks like a water
Oh my god,
Godzilla.
it's so good that I was thinking of the same.
Really? Yeah, I mean, sorry, the similarities. This is you cannot see it, you
I was,
know?
what the heck is this water Godzilla?
Exactly, it looks exactly like that. So with that, I was already. But because of this choice, there's so much water gushing around him, and then he is out there in the middle of the sea, and Katara tries to reach him with her voice, makes this speech about how he is part of her family, the family for her right now. And I just hope, please, someone make a meme out of this because, you know, when he's out there and there's her whispery voice in the back while she's still in the city, you know, this scene should go like that. He goes like, "What? Can you repeat this for me? I don't hear you because the water is gushing around me, you know?"
That whisper, when she whispered, I was like, seriously?
Exactly. She goes there with such a soft tone and whispery and heartfelt speech, while he's at least 100 meters and if not more up in front of her, fused with a beak where there is so much water around him. And you wanna tell me he hears her? Yeah, come on, please.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for some meme content because this is not legit. This should be really like, hello? Someone hears that too? I have some noise in my ear.
I can't do that.
Sure.
When I'm cutting the video, I'm gonna do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Because yeah, honestly, guys, what is this now?
You need to give me a reference from a movie or something.
Oh, I can, no problem.
Because my goldfish memory doesn't remember any movie that can reference that. But I that was the thing that destroyed me after I watched the anime.
Yeah.
Why no water bending? Or if it did something, it was not noticeable because it wasn't intended to be noticeable because I didn't notice it.
Well, not really much. Now when I think when you gave me the question, I'm also like, did she actually train in any ways
No.
like we see it
Mm.
in the anime? Uh-uh. But for the reason why, yeah, because the budget, you know, we needed a fox girl.
I appreciate that.
So either fox girl or we give out some water bending, you know?
Folks are for the win. For me, please. Golden Pig King? What's that?
It's a calamity. This is something that you can beat as a player.
Golden Pig King?
Mm-hmm.
Golden
You
Pig.
king.
I guess BDO has some imagination with boss names. Come on, drop me the piece for this infinity potion. I don't want to part this. Just be as kind as the Blood Wolf. In 30 minutes, give it to me. 30 minutes of fun, not more. Just be kind. When I heard from Guildies that this could take even 20 hours, I was like, what the fuck? Why I'm doing this to me?
Yeah, please be kind. To BDO are the wrong words.
I just really want that potion because, yeah, it's,
I mean, the HP one is a necessity. There's no way around it.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't occupy so much weight. I have to pay to receive? Maybe I could buy it. I don't remember how it's called. It's 10 billion anyway, but I do side money, not much because I'm not farming profitably. Since I don't have pets to collect my trash loot instantly, so I have to stick a bit around to collect all the loot to not miss the full piece of the option. But if players kinda hurry and sell it to me, the Arctic Fox, so I can finally my last pet that I want, I could make a better pet. But no. Oh, takes ages. Do I inventory expansion, family status, legendary item, copy more. Family, your alphabet. What's this? Nothing. Ah, it's the tier 5 quest
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
Fire
this is what tier
forward.
5 for you to start appointing one.
How the heck do I get more pets?
Some events,
But it's taking
sometimes,
ages.
yeah, if it's not fast enough, then you might end up like others that some sort of real life funds go into it.
I don't mean game money. Yeah, I know that you don't mean game money, but me poor, no money to swiping.
Uy, uy, uy.
So I can waste 20 hours of my life in this zone for a potion. For one piece of a potion, not a potion. Because I have to farm
Welcome to BDO.
another spot. I swear, if I get the potion, I get to 670 GS. Okay? I'm lucky and I get to 707, 670. Okay?
Ooh.
And then the next game shows off. I'm gonna be so mad. I swear. So mad.
I
Because I
know what
farmed
you mean.
so much to not do PvP. Because the only PvP I can do now is that Solaire with pre-made gear.
True, but you and me, we both know how the gaming scene looks like at the moment and how it will be also for the upseeing future. So you totally got, I would say, at least 2.5 years. At least. More like 3.
Mm, yeah, I hope not, but
Certain games need still certain time, and they can have it. Just be a good finished product in the end.
Smoker got the curve file on video and he can log in.
Damn.
Do a repair, look in the launcher, you should have a repair button. I don't know why, but my friends usually have this issue with a corrupt file has occurred in your game file game folder, and
Oof.
I'm like, I never encountered this.
I'm not familiar with that either.
I I mean, I can suspect why this happens. It's because you overstress your driver, and it happens mostly on hard disks. Because if you do other stuff while patching or doing things, you can corrupt certain files. It's really rare, but could happen with some second hand or really bad off shelf or rebrand items.
Alright.
So that's why you don't buy ghost uh, hard drives or not official stuff for PC, because yeah, this is the best case scenario that can happen. Worst case scenario, your PC burns. But yeah, about back
Sure.
to our lovely adaptation of Avatar. Hmm. I forgot what I wanted to say.
That was quick. New record.
How long was Maichu being around? I think 2 months. I think I heard about that in December. Oh yeah, what do you think about all this smushing of different episodes into one episode? Let's start with the Earth Earth City Omashu. That
I'm not a fan of it
mm,
because I think, yeah, certain elements that deserve to have their own respective episode, and it makes more sense if it is extended than, yeah, like this, taking just certain parts and smush it into something new.
oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, this really was another deal breaker for me. When I was sitting there in front of the screen and I was just like, why the heck is Aang already there with Boomy? And he's separated from Katara and Sokka. Huh? And now they are under it in a cave, and you come with the line, love is brightest in the dark. Like, what the heck did you guys do there? What is this patchwork? this is not even book one anymore. You just take something that is really beloved from the fans and we just stitch it in there because reasons.
No reasons.
No, really, I was just like, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah, but this is what I mean when I
And
said,
and just, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt.
sure, sure.
I just remembered something because yeah, they just take the part with there is a cave under the city, and yeah, you we can use it for the quarrel between Sokka and Katara. But if you actually know the actual episode in the next book, what this is about, because this episode as a whole, it tells you actually why Omashu is called Omashu. That this is all based on two people of two lovers way in the past that have been on opposite sides in another war, and then one died, and in the end when the war was over, as a remnant of them, this city got founded, and guess what their names were? Oma and Shu. And this is the brilliance of this episode, that you get the backstory of the city, where all of this is coming from, while the whole team is trapped there underneath. But they just, they kick this in the gutter and just take the cave stuff.
But I think they explained they were trapped down there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know that there is this, but this is so on the sideline.
Yeah, it's more of a side story than.
Yeah, as a real episode, this is also then a reference, to how to say it, Asian culture. How they are painting stories with this old ink. They implemented that into the anime, that they gave you this sort of style, what you can find in Asian culture when you see old picturings of stories in this ink with a few color dots in between. This is actually a love letter to this sort of culture, and they just made dialogue out of it on the sideline.
Yeah, some stuff was lazy, some stuff they didn't have patience. I mean, I think, yeah, as I said before, they kind of try to squeeze something from the second book to make it more
Mm-hmm.
interesting, so people fight it.
Yeah, they just knew, or they informed themselves what sort of favorite episodes are out there in the community, and then they patched out certain elements from it and stitched it into their own show in the first season.
Yeah,
But it's not good. It's not then a well-rounded story, because you have certain aspects that it shouldn't be, and yeah, they actually deserve more of a spotlight, but now they're all squeezed in, as you said. And this hurts because now even if they get some sort of green light for another season, there will not be a dedicated episode to the background story of Omashu, because they cannot use this again, right? They stitched it out already.
they will invent something if another season comes
Yeah,
out.
exactly. And then now, because this is used already, now they find another substitute crap that they use instead now. Ugh. And then it just goes on and on, this disappointed line of story aspects.
And no, felt a bit rush in some situations. Like too many things happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, since I watched it first and didn't know almost nothing about the anime because I couldn't remember from when I was a child, it was so much information, like 2 or 3 fights, even sometimes even Azula appeared, and you had to remember that all together with something happening on the other side. And it's like, what?
Yup.
Give me few minutes to breathe, to inhale everything you showed me until now. But
Exactly.
yeah,
Don't overflood your audience, even though some are fans of the material already and they know the characters. For them it's easier maybe to follow, but still, yeah, let the material breathe, please.
mm,
For me, the pressure on pointing out that we are in a war at some point was also too much. Like in the same way as Ang is pointing it out each and every episode how he failed on his avatar duties. In almost every episode there's some sort of character that screams it into the camera that we are at war here, and that's why we cannot be too juvenile about this. This is serious business and so on. It really aggravated me because at one point I was just like, uh, what are you doing here? Is this some sort of mocking against the audience? Like, how the heck, guys, could you like the original series with all of the humor and such? Because we are in war, you know? We cannot just stall around and do some funny stuff. Not always did I really see the respect towards the original source, to be fair. There were some occasions where I as the audience, I really felt mocked, like, yeah, towards towards some fans that know better about it. It's really like, yeah, guys, you shouldn't have liked it so much because this is silly to go around it in a goofy style while the world is in a bigger state of warfare with each other.
why do I have some random things appearing around me?
No, I cannot tell you.
Wait, do I have a pet that tells me gatherables?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something like that?
It can.
Yeah, I think it's a pet or something. I'm like, what the heck is happening?
Oof.
Who's making fun of me? I don't even know which pet it is. Now I want this pet on my shy. This will make my life so much easier. Ah, wait, I have this pet on my shy. Because I have ball pets everywhere.
Lol.
Yeah, I'm totally another mentality of gameplay. Sometimes I still forget that I can use the tent on my shy or use the maids and stuff like that. And I go to the city and do everything there.
How was the humor for you in the cartoon? Did you laugh more often? Did you have some good laughs on certain jokes or comedy
Mm,
scenes?
I like them. I can't say I
Okay.
laughed about them to them because yeah, it's not my humor anymore. But I can see the humor in them. And yes, I like more the anime on the joke side because there were moments where I was like, yeah, you could have done that in the adaptation. Like you could have laughed there for some reason, but in the anime he always does something. Each episode something he has to
Well,
happen.
not only him. I mean, I don't know. For me, part of the reason why you can start to warm up for the character of Zuko is because you see him acting with Uncle Iroh. And with that, you realize he's not just this grumpy teenager on the constant task of, I have to restore my honor.
Yeah,
He has really some family bonds and just some cracked up moments together with Iroh that are hilarious. I can still laugh about that. For example, on the docks, when he's chasing after Aang, and he meets uh nah, General Douchebag. Well, whatever. Doesn't come to me at the moment. I don't know why. And in the cartoon, this general is then asking them, so, um, your ship has some good damage
ah yeah,
because of Aang. And he went, what happened? And Zuko just goes like, yeah, well, that's some sort of story. Uncle, tell him the story.
yeah. The first
and then
episode,
and then I was just like, yeah, well,
yeah, that
Zhao, Commander Zhao, General something. I can't get up with the ranks, but yeah, Zhao. Yeah, I mean this works. There you see, okay, so this is not just so serious business with Zuko. There are some moments, where even with him you can crack some jokes, and this is what with that you warm up to the personality, to his character.
yeah, that's true. But that's a point where you start to kind of realize it's a cartoon and not a series, you know? That's why the cartoon is more enjoyable than the series. Serious.
To be
Uh,
fair, I was thinking the same, but I have to remember all the time One Piece. And then I'm like, nope, nope, this doesn't hold up completely. Even in a live action, you can take in enough humor that you have some good comedy moments. It's not just that, yeah, you have a cartoon there in front of you. Of course, you can uh, put this in way more easily because you have the drawing style. it is possible, but yeah, Avatar is not on the same scale like One Piece. It has not this good of a writing, and they don't know exactly what to do to enhance the show to a greater level.
Yeah, but still, I still think it's like if we have to compare One Piece the anime with Avatar the anime, I still think still Avatar it's the one made for kids. Like I don't think One Piece is made for kids.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was running on Nickelodeon. Of course, this was
So that's why it's really a bit complicated to bring something exclusive for kids to be enjoyed by grown-ups. So they had a huge uh, margin of error that they could have done, but
mm-hmm.
it's not easy. So at least they tried. They did effects and everything, but they kind of missed on the presentation of the character. I think even with the character a bit serious, a bit like that, if the start of everything, few minutes of each character were better presented and better explained, probably the adaptation had a way better way than it has now.
I guess I'm just too biased about it
I
because
mean,
yeah, I have the entirety of the show in my head. I just know how far these characters go from book one compared to later to book three.
in a way, I'm thinking the adaptation as one and final book because
Yeah, yeah.
that's what they wanted to make, in my opinion.
Mm, it would really surprise me if they get a green light for something next, but who knows?
But yeah, probably the next stuff that is when they start to grow up, it will be the characters start to be too mature, even in the anime. But maybe if they get the green light for the next season, it will be better. But I don't know. If they don't have enough people to watch it, it's yeah. What? Seriously, I got the KD exactly when I cast it.
We gonna see. I mean, for me, it's really a big question mark. Like, what do you wanna do? Cause yeah, in the live action, Aang already is a pretty serious young fella. So, what's then his character growth? Become even more like what you see already? I mean, woo!
Yeah, I mean, he still has to learn all the other bendings.
Yeah, sure, this is what he has to do as an avatar, but character growth. Like, really, you already established this sort of a personality with him in this season one, which is more serious than everything, even more regretful than, yeah, what we have in the cartoon. So, where you want to go? That he just gets further and further into the rabbit hole like that?
Who knows?
Yeah,
Well,
but honestly, then this would be such a difference because if he goes further, then this will be no longer just disappointment. He will become a resentful personality.
mm, I guess we have to see. I really can't imagine.
Yeah, and for Katara, I don't see really that much, except that yeah, she will be established as from powerful bender or decent powerful bender to badass powerful bender. That's about it. Thanks.
Just
And
one
Sokka
question.
has lost it for me. Yeah.
How much do the character grows through the and fourth book, third and fourth book? I mean, in
There are three
the
in
three.
total. Yeah, three in total.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Water, earth, and then fire.
Oh, okay. Because are they growing? Like they maturate a bit, year passes or something?
Yeah, yeah. I would say so. You mean from a physical point of view,
Yes.
right? Yes, yes, they do. I mean, Aang in book three, there's also the point. Spoiler. There's also the point where he grows actual hair, and yeah, with that,
What?
yeah, and he is not as round faced, not so much. He's definitely taller. I mean, it's not drastic changes, but in my opinion, you see them. So he totally starts to look like 14, 15, something like this. And also Zuko is no longer bald in the end. There's also, I mean, Zuko in book three is what you can call a teenage crush dream. Young and handsome and around 17, 18. Katara also definitely matures. Sokka the
Ah,
same.
then here we're gonna have the fan service material. I know that. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, this is how do I say this nicely? The next sour part of me because I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's going to be seen what they do with the cast, but all in all, except Sokka, everybody looks too young for me.
Suck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, within this is okay, but Katara,
You know,
Zuko the same. Also Azula, really. Yeah, I was just like, no, I'm really sorry, guys. I mean, I don't want to spoil it too much now for you because you still want to watch, but Azula in the original, really, she has such an arrogant aura all around her. And you really have that also in the way how she looks. It's more like a face with not so much roundness, but everything with a peak from the nose to the chin. She even her fingernails. She has filed them to really like claws. They are long and claws like a cat.
lol.
Yep. And always running around with this more reddish lipstick on her. Oh yeah, and the next thing, sorry, this was also a disappointment for me. The royal family of the Fire Nation, of which, of course, Azula and Zuko are part of, they have a specific feature to them. They have amber golden eyes. And this is so scratched in the live action. I was just like, oh, come on, guys, not even that.
Yeah. Again, I forgot what I want to say. Oh, man, what's happening today?
Plot holes in mind. You fall into death.
Oh yeah, I think they may have added some extra digits, extra numbers to their age, the adaptation.
And not extra, more like downgraded it.
Really?
Yeah, you tell me, does Zuko look to you like a 16-year-old teenager, male?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, okay, no problem.
So we have hmm hmm probably, yeah, I will give him around 16.
Okay, then you're generous. Maybe I'm too old for this. Maybe I'm along the lines of a generation that goes like, since when do 16-year-old look like 12?
I am too old for this, man.
No,
Uh,
really, really, because I'm sitting there and I was like, you wanna tell me you are 16? I think I've missed something in the past couple of years. Ahsoka is fine. Yeah, for me, this around 16 and upward, that fits for me.
in the adaptation, yes.
In the adaptation, yes, yes. I mean, in the adaptation, he actually really looks like, yeah, the older brother. They they took the trope.
Yeah, my kid Hera
While,
looks way younger than him.
yeah, I mean, in the original, they both just look younger, more like between 14 to 15. And they also spoil it too much, like, or they overdo it. Like with giving Iroh already so much screen time together with Aang, so that everyone gets it. He's actually on their side and not so much with the Fire Nation.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Wait, so Iroh in the end wants Aang to become the Avatar? I mean,
Not only become, but yeah, beat his brother, exactly, and defeat him.
okay, I didn't notice that in the adaptation, to be honest.
Okay, then maybe I'm also too biased on that. when he all the time when Aang is captured, he is also there in prison, and they have this one-on-one talk with each other.
Yeah, I felt a bit like maybe he's not that bad in the end if he talks like this with Aang. But it was the thingy. Uh, Maybe some hints could have been that he was so chill each time Zugo was failing, right? That he didn't catch Aang, and like Iroh didn't care, was there drinking his tea, eating.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But those are the only hints in the original that you see something is off, because yeah, even though Zuko right in front of him has real struggle capturing the Avatar, he's not scolding him at all. Like, oh, look at this nephew, you failed again. What would your father say now? He's like, all right, so there he escaped again. So be it. Wanna have some tea?
Yeah,
Yeah, but those are, those small notions underneath that over time make you pretty much suspicious about his actual loyalty towards the Fire Nation.
yeah, but in a way, I think even Zuko doesn't care about the Fire Nation. He's just blinded with capturing Aang in a way that he even trespasses to the Fire Nation. So this is why maybe I didn't think too much about Iroh.
Yeah, this is the thing with, yeah, bad characterization, because they also took out from Zuko. Really, if you watch book one of the original long enough, the the meme line of Zuko is, I need to restore my honor, my throne,
Oh yeah.
and that I become part of the royal family again, together with my people there. But yeah, the most recited sentence of Zuko is, I need to restore my honor.
Yeah, I remember that. I heard
Yeah,
that
you
many
are.
times.
This is the thing with Zuko in the original, especially in book one, and you don't have this really. This is the line of Zuko. This is what makes him Prince Zuko, at least in book one. Of course, later on as well, but yeah. And there in the live action, it's just not there. It's like, where's the famous line of him?
I think that line is Aang complaining about he's not what he needs to be. Then he switch sided. So let's give an honest rating.
Okay.
Do you want to start?
No, 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 you can start because you need to show me what is the scale? What is the rating? 1 out of 10, or is 10 the maximum? Or where are we going here?
Yeah, let's do it tens. One out of 10 to 10 out of 10, okay?
Okay, okay.
So, okay, let's start with 10 out of 10. Minus the bad character introductions. We got 9 out of 10.
Sure, fine enough.
All mushing of a lot of episodes and not correlated events. 8 out
With
of
each
10.
other. Mm-hmm.
Um, appearance of characters. No, this is in the previous category.
Nah, we can still take this, yeah.
Oh,
Visualization of some characters is a disappointment.
yes. 7 out of 10. Then we have,
Bad pacing.
yeah,
Sometimes it feels just too rushed. Other things are too much prolonged, where you go like, huh? Then bad screen choices and things where you go like, oh, for this you had money, aka a fox girl, but
uh, uh,
I'm
uh, uh,
training for waterbending. This is like,
we don't take points from the Fox girl. No, no, no one
we don't
touches the
take
Fox
points
girl.
from her. It's just that, yeah, it's some questionable budget choices.
Okay, the question of budget choices is 0.5. Okay, minus 0.5.
Okay,
6.5.
yeah, sure, I can live with that. Sure.
um, the no introduction of any trying to do firebending.
Absolutely, yeah. Scratching some plots out that would have been so nice to see and that are actually really relevant because in book one, yeah, he meets a master of firebending, but there is then a situation where Aang gets in a way traumatized by that, which becomes the whole reason why it takes up to book three for him picking up on firebending again.
Yeah,
This,
because he heard
yeah, exactly, because
Sintaro.
he understood what this element does and how bad you can hurt people, how much focus and discipline it takes. And yeah, he cannot forgive himself that he hurt somebody else that he loved or loves with his own bending. And if you take that out, then yeah, what's the reasoning for Aang not picking up fire bending at all the whole time?
If
If
they
this,
gonna do that.
yeah. But yeah, in total, yeah. Because in the original, this is the key of everything. Why he doesn't touch it up until book three again.
Maybe something will be if there will be.
True. So let's say this is another zero point 0.5 aspect, and
Yes.
then we're down to 6. And sure, it can have 6 out of 10. That's about it. We're still nice.
Yeah.
Because for some people that are not that familiar with the original, they can have a decent time with the show. There's still stuff, yeah,
Yeah, as I said.
visually that is eye candy, and you can then have a good time on
Yeah,
screen.
as I said, I watched that on purpose just to see the difference from the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really nice. I kinda enjoyed it. I can't lie about that. But after you see the original, stuff changes.
Exactly, then it falls apart because you just know what it could have been and what all they have done.
Yeah, but those are the live adaptations. Always a mystery until the reveal. I don't know if you saw Death Note adaptation.
Oh my god, don't even start with that. Yeah, this is just like damn.
Oh my god.
No, you can't. This is something like take it as pure, I don't know, satire. Yeah, if you just you know you're watching a parody of Death Note. If you go with that premise into the show, that's fine. But not like this was a real try for an actual adaptation. No, this was a parody of it.
Yeah, this is why I'm a bit scared to see Naruto adaptation. I won't bear to see Kurama in a bad, bad state. But yeah, but before we're gonna see Kurama in his final form, oh boy, who knows how many seasons of the adaptation they have to make.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
But yeah, so our Avatar live action got the rating of 6 out of 10 today from us. From us, right?
Yup, yup.
Okay, so
No,
you.
6 out of 10. I can live with this. This is what it gets for me. This is fine. All right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end here. It's already 2 hour and a half. Kind of surprised that we managed to talk 2 hour and a half about this.
Of course you can.
I could. I kind of thought that it would be a bit faster since the.
I mean, you were talking about two different versions, the original and an adaptation. Of course, then you have a massive amount of chat possibilities.
Yes, that's true.
Though right now I am remembering something that I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
Do you think that they went too far with firebending? With
In
the
which way?
with the extension, the combat possibility that you simply make someone a human torch and burn them alive.
I think it's a huge power in comparison to water, earth, and uh, water
Exactly,
and
exactly.
wind. Like you can just and dies, and with water you
Exactly.
have to do a lot of. Okay, rock might have a good ability, like smashing someone between two rocks, squishing him to death, right? But water,
Yeah, yeah,
wind,
I know. With Earth, you have the. I mean, if you take it to the absolute
extreme,
extreme,
yeah.
you just push out so hard a pile of rock out and smack it against someone's head from behind or upwards. That yeah, he's a pile of blood.
But
Uh, but still, I mean, this takes time, I would say. While yeah, these firebenders, someone just stands in a certain proximity to them, and they make this rotation with the hand, wrist, and boop, fire on, and you burn to death.
but I think it's a good representation that the fire is the bad guy since it has all this power.
Sure, sure. Though, as we know, I mean, the Fire Nation, all the nations, they have been with each other for a very long time. So there was a lot of time of peace, and they managed to, just be in harmony with each other up until the moment where it broke off with the Fire Nation. Though, like this, I don't know. For me, it was another red flag because it takes away the martial arts combat style. If you can just, wait up until someone is in close proximity to you to a certain radius of meters and you just whoop with the hand and this becomes a person just catches flames, becomes a human torch, then honestly, if, as you say, they want to incentivize it that, oh, those are the bad guys. Yeah, but if every one of them is so bad guy, then why learn the martial arts style in the first place? You just wait up until someone is near enough and you let them go a flame. Done. Why
Easy.
fight in the first place? You just whoop. You turn the
Yeah,
stove on.
but they kind of downgrade with stupidity, not thinking, and stuff like that.
I know, but I just wanted to ask you because for me, this is also a math thing. Like you, with that, I mean, they just wanted it, for yeah, the visuals to make it more provocative and to make it immediately apparent. This is nothing for kids. This show, but you broke the martial art combat basis with this bloody move.
I mean, with that move, I have to go back a bit from an old game of ours, Terra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
You
Oh,
have to do
nice.
Bahar, right? The hardest
Yeah,
dungeon.
yeah,
No hit. That is firebending in Avatar with that ability. You have
yeah.
to dodge everything and you win. You get one hit, you die.
Yes, basically.
Or BDO, but you are into Vara and you go PvP.
Exactly. So, especially in BDO, then you have this nice thingy that tells you miss, 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 miss.
Oh my god, I want to remove that text. But then you realize you need it because you don't know if you're attacking someone anymore.
Yup.
I want a normal MMORPG.
Oh, come on.
I want Edges of Creations.
Will you stop with that?
But you dragged
Take
me to
some
this rabbit
cope.
hole.
Oh, here we go again. Are we blaming? Are we on that note once more?
I need to
Pointing
blame
fingers now.
someone.
Are we pointing fingers now? If it wouldn't be for you, dude, I told you so many times. If it wouldn't be for me, then on what sort of copium would you get high?
Probably on Ashes, but not as soon as I learned about it.
Yeah, but that
Definitely, I would have mistakenly clicked on, or probably not, since I had that. Let's call
sooner
it
or later,
trauma.
for sure.
Let's call that a trauma where I spent 70 euro for a game that was uh, the usual release packages and all that stuff, and many of you might know it's called Bless Online, my biggest mistake in my life. Since that moment, I didn't want to pay 1 cent for any MMORPG that had the same system. So yeah, if I would have seen Ashes, probably I never trusted it. Because
Or
yeah,
at least not as fast as you did before I told you, like, watch this, listen.
yeah, I mean, if I just see a stream and something like that, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna check it later and probably forget about that. But now I'm like, each last day of the month, I'm waiting for that, and after I see the stream, I'm waiting the next stream of the next month. And
Exactly. And this is the light, the silver lining in
okay,
the
so
current void.
okay. Let me talk about Ashes now. We have
No.
wait. We have on Friday the stream, and then I will stop at least for 3 weeks.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Let's get a bit hype now. These days until Friday, and no, until Saturday because we have to talk about Ashes.
Yeah, because this week we're gonna have the next update, the monthly update of
In
February.
3 days.
Exactly. And yeah, after that, of course, the Saturday stream will be all about this,
Yeah.
what they showed us.
Ooh. Where it is? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here. Kill the thingy. Kill the thingy. Kill the. Give it to me. Huh? Did it die so fast? Even the box. Bruh. Oh. Well, yeah. Next video stream will be talking about Ashes of Creation.
The monthly update, not
Yes.
just another rant of good old memories like last time.
But we could chill our hype and copium with some talk about in-depth mechanics.
Of course,
Once
why
a
not?
week at least.
Ay, 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 ay. We gonna see, we gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Then for tonight will be that. Unless Wei wants to add something.
Nope, not anymore. It was a pretty nice talk about this Avatar show.
So we've debated it, we've judged it, we've rated it, and now it's
And
time to let
now,
it go.
exactly. Now we place it in some corner and we'll be like, alright, that happened. So be it.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Let me get to a safer spot and not die between the mobs. Maybe here? Yes. Even the fox is here with. Hey. Mhm. Thank you everyone for watching, for listening. At least I wish you a good night. I hope someone will watch this on YouTube after I edit it. Maybe 2 days from now will be on up, most probably. And yeah, if you watch this on YouTube, join the stream. You're gonna help me a lot, me and Wei. And if you ask us question, the stream will last longer, right? I mean, I don't think we can stretch this until 3 a.m. in the morning, but it's fine. So yeah, Good night, guys, and see you next time. Bye.